Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about Johnson grass control. I know all you farmers out there that have Johnson grass in your fields really don't care for it. It's invasive, it takes over everything. It seems like it grows and gets bigger and bigger. As it gets bigger, the stems get bigger. It's tougher and the cows won't eat it, the horses hate it. It's really not good for anything. So I'm showing you here. This is MSMA 6 Plus. It's made by Drexel. It says Group 17 herbicide. The active ingredient is monosodium at 47.6%. It's got 52% of other ingredients. This is a Johnson grass controller. If you spray your Johnson grass with this, it will die, and it will usually come back the second year. If you spray it again, it'll usually kill it completely out, and then thereafter you just do a little spot spraying here and there. The idea with Johnson grass is anytime there's a live root in the ground, it will continue to grow a new plant. So it's really hard to kill it completely out. It just comes back over and over and over unless you use this MSMA 6 Plus. You can see I've got a little 25-gallon sprayer in my truck bed. I'm not spraying great big huge areas today. I've got one spot that's about 2 acres that I'm going to have to spray, but for the most part I can do that with a handheld sprayer. But this, you mix 1 to 2 ounces per gallon of water. So in my 25-gallon sprayer, that's going to be 3 to 6 cups, and I always use just a little ball mason jar there. It's got measurements on the side of it, and I keep that out in my garage with my poisons and other herbicides. That way it can never be mistaken and used for canning or preserving or something like that. But always label your jars, or always label your cans or measuring devices, whatever it is. That way you keep them separate, especially if you've got kids or other people that may be in and out of there. So I am filling this container and we're about to head out into the field, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Got my tank filled up, and I'm not using a boom sprayer today. I'm just using this handheld wand. I'm going to drive around in my pickup truck, and I've got some little patches of Johnson grass I've sprayed last year and got it pretty well taken care of, but there's a few little patches that's come up, and we're going to take care of that. As you can see here, I've got a pretty good little patch of Johnson grass there that's not really wanted, and I'm just driving by with my wand sticking out the window here and just hitting it a little bit, making sure to get each plant wet with spray. Now in this field I had a little bit bigger problem with Johnson grass. As you can see, it's probably about waist high or a little better. The best time to spray it is when it's between knee high and waist high. If you wait till it gets really big, it takes a lot more spray to kill and it's a little bit less effective. So this is about as big as you would want to let it get over here, like near the edge of the tree line there. That's about waist high or so. That's as big as you want it to get. Preferably, you want it about like what you're seeing right here. This is going to be knee high or less. It's easier to kill when it's young and tender like that. And again, I'm just driving around with my wand sprayer, spraying it out the window. As long as you get a few drops of water on each blade, it's going to kill the Johnson grass effectively. And again, I said this earlier, but I'll tell you again, it's going to kill your Johnson grass this year, but next year you're going to have a little bit of it come back because of those live roots that are in the ground. But you go back and spot spray next year like what I'm doing, in the third year you shouldn't have any problems at all with Johnson grass. As you're spraying for the Johnson grass, just go back and forth. I'm just kind of following my tire tracks. I'll go up one side and then come back down the other and spot spray out my window, and just follow the tire tracks. That way it's real easy for you to see where you've been and where you're going. I always try to add just a little extra when I'm mixing mine in. When I'm mixing the herbicide into the water, I usually add a little more than what it calls for. And then I'll overspray just a little bit. So as I'm going up one side and back down the other, I make sure that my spray overlaps. That way I don't leave any place unsprayed. This last year was just completely covered. It was head high in Johnson grass, and I sprayed it. I actually got to it just a little bit late, and as you can see, There is still some Johnson grass coming through here, but not nearly as much as last year. I mean, last year this whole place was just completely covered, and it was useless for hay. It'll keep growing and taking over until it has your whole field. But last year I did it, and then this year I'm just kind of spot spraying a few places here and there. Hopefully next year I won't have to spray it all. If I do, it'll just be like in a little hand sprayer. I can come by and hit a blade of grass here or there. But that's MSMA 6, and the mixture calls for 1 to 2 ounces of herbicide per gallon of water, and I have a 25-gallon sprayer, so it calls for 5 to 6 cups for that. 3 to 6 cups for that, and I think I added about 8 or 9 cups whenever I mixed mine in, so I wanted to be sure and get enough to do the job. But hey, leave me a comment in the section below if you've got Johnson grass trouble or if you've ever done anything to help get rid of Johnson grass. And I wanted to tell you guys also, this MSMA, this will not hurt your fescue. It's not going to kill your clover. It's not going to kill any of your good grasses or your good hay. It's not going to hurt any of that. You can spray right over the top of it. Give it about 2 weeks and you can mow hay if you want to. I usually try to get mine. This is the middle of July, so we've already cut our spring cutting and the Johnson grass is coming out. We probably won't cut our fall cutting until the end of August, so just give it a couple of weeks after you spray this to make sure that your spray is killing the Johnson grass, and you'll be good to go. Hey, if you like what you saw, or if you have any questions, leave me a comment in the section below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel and turn on all your notifications. Thanks for watching the Small Time Farming channel.